right, good evening, guys. This is Dr. Gloria Pope here with Black Girl Everything. I'm here with the amazing Porscha from Books and Tequila. Hey.
Hi.
All right, we're actually laughing because she's having tequila right now, and I'm telling her how I really wanted to have some tequila with her, but I got to go back outside and drive in this first New York blizzard. So I'm gonna see
Do
you
it.
as soon as I come back. I'm probably gonna take a whole bottle. See the bar behind me over there? I'm gonna get it in, like definitely.
Yeah,
So
you can't see mine because I'm it's up here. Hold on, let me see. There it is.
ooh, look at it. Hey.
It's time to get a new bottle. So
Love
I'm
that.
waiting on these tequila companies. I keep tagging them, talk about send me some tequila, damn it.
Yo, I be tagging the random people. I be sending out random emails like, hey, you know what I do? You want to be part of it? Can I just use you? You want to use me? I'll use you. You don't be paying attention. I don't know who these people are sometimes. It's like you're supposed to want to do these things,
Exactly.
especially for your show. I could definitely see some serious branding happening for you.
Like I'm really like I've started doing my reviews, and one of my friends was like, well, if you pair a tequila drink with the book and then you can record yourself making it while you're talking, I was like, dope idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, that means I gotta buy tequila bottles.
And that is like, like definitely not, definitely not. So, Portia, tell me a little bit about yourself, and so our viewers can kind of know who you are.
Okay, well, I'm Portia Sims. I am originally from Texas and currently I live in Florida. I'm a flight attendant in my real life job,
Mm-hmm.
but right now I'm not working. So this is how all of this came about. To be quite honest, I
Uh-huh.
have been thinking about doing a podcast for a couple of years and I just didn't have the time because I was working
Mm-hmm.
like crazy and, on the grind. And now this year kind of made us chill out. And I was like, okay, well, let's do it.
Yes.
So Book Talks and Tequila came about, and it's really a podcast about Black independent authors and the books that they write and the relatable stories and characters that they have that basically are us.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like to highlight them and promote them and just help get their names out there. So that's really all it is. I interview dope ass authors.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I actually I've realized that I have this profound love for authors. And I didn't realize how much I did until I started this. And I was really like, authors are like my thing. Like I really like what they do, their level of creativity and stuff like that. I'm actually working on a book now myself. And I'm just
Okay.
like, as I'm writing, and I'm like, they really work hard.
Yeah.
Especially fiction and all that creativity in your head to get from point A, page one to like page 200 is a challenge. It is
Yeah.
definitely a challenge because I'm doing a book of a collection of short stories and I'm just like, okay, I get to like 5,000 words, about 8 pages. I'm, yeah, I won, but nah, you guys are really writing. It's just definitely challenging. So when did you start the business? You just started this year, right?
Yeah, I just started in July 8th, and I'm rolling. And it's been kind of crazy because I literally did it for like my top 20 authors that I was circulating because
Okay.
I didn't know anything else. I was like, okay, these are my romance authors. I've been following them from the last couple years, so let's go. And
Uh,
then it turned into, well, hey, I have a new book coming out and I'm a second time author. Do you mind reading my stuff? And I was like, okay, why not? But then
mhm.
that kind of snowballed into I'm dipping into interracial romance, fantasy romance, and werewolves, like stuff that I never would have thought I was gonna read. Even
Yeah.
like The Mob. The hell? Like I never thought I was gonna read that, but I'm
Yeah.
so into it.
Are you?
I am so into it. Like I've gotten new authors on my radar and I'll read a book and I'm just like, oh, this is actually kind of dope.
Mm-hmm.
but that's what we're reading. You know, that might not necessarily be my thing, but
Yeah.
there's black women, black men out there that dig all of that. So
Yeah.
now it's like I've broadened my horizon. There's all these expos and all these events that they have, and I just knew of like my 4 or 5 with my
But you
main
just
people
like
that I
what you
read.
stuck with.
So it's definitely opened my eyes to a lot of different authors and a lot of different genres that I didn't even know existed.
Okay, very good. So do you write yourself?
No, no.
Do you
I
just
used
have a
to.
reading?
Yeah. I used to write when I was younger,
Okay.
but my artistic was dancing. So
Mm-hmm.
I just, when I started flying, I just had all this time on my hands.
Yeah.
And I would go through 6, 7 books a week if I was working because we worked
Because
the
you're
first
in the
hour.
air.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense. So you're kind of sitting there, you're staring at the cabin, you're not serving anything. What do you actually do? So you read book after book after book.
Yeah.
So much sense.
Yeah. It was, I mean, it became an addiction
Okay.
because I was literally who's coming out with what. I would plan it on when they announce their books. Okay, I need to read these many books. Oh, this person has 30 books in their collection. Well, okay, let me read their entire collection and then move on to somebody else. And then it just kept, yeah, it just kept going.
That's a lot of words.
I know. But I didn't have anything else to do.
I get it though. I definitely get it. But I don't know. I love reading. I love reading. I used to read so much and so often, especially before this whole social media thing came around, right? Because we grew up on books. Books was our thing. Like, you know, we had the Babysitters Club collections, all those collections we had as teenagers. I read all those things. And then social media came and it's such a distraction from picking up books. And I just been focused more on getting back to reading a lot
Right.
often because it's just so much better. And I was, you know, and that's also what my kids to just read more. You know, like we have a 16 month. Actually, no, I'm sorry, she's 18 months old now, and books are her thing. It's like, you know, she
Oh,
has
I love
to
it.
before she goes to bed. We have books in all the rooms around the house, so she wants a book. She always has access to it. And I just know, and then as an early child educator, I just realized just how important books are to just like literacy in general, even for kids, because you know our community, our kids just don't read, so they have
Right.
a vocabulary of nothing,
Right.
you know, which
Right.
is quite devastating
Yeah.
overall as our community. So,
I actually hated reading.
really?
Oh my God, I couldn't stand it. My mom loved it and she forced us to read. We'd have to read 30 minutes every day. And I think that's more of the reason why is because I was forced to do it every single day.
Got it.
And then we would go, I grew up in Austin, which in the 90s wasn't very black at all. But we
Uh-huh.
would go to like the black library where they had different things on the weekend where we could get books by black authors and
Mhm.
had story time and all of that. But I didn't really get into it reading until I was in college.
Okay.
My best friend was crazy with the books. So I was like, okay, well, I can't read them big books. So just give me give me some little ones to start off. And it took off.
And just from
It
there.
just took off.
Yeah, but I think your brain power changes once you get like 19, 20. It just things you're
Yeah.
able to do is just super, it's like tremendous. Because when I was a younger student, I was like, all right, college. But when I went to school later on in life, I'm like, yeah, I got this. Boom, 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 boom. Things just came with ease. But it also has to do with maturity, just in general. When it
Right.
comes down to that, and what you want to commit to as adults. If you want to commit to it, you're going to get it done. You know, as our earlier age, commitment wasn't our thing. Yeah.
Right.
So you couldn't
Exactly.
commit to it.
If it wasn't if it wasn't poetry or Shakespeare, like I was like, okay, I'm done. I don't need it. Which is so weird because what
Yeah.
12, 13, 14-year-old wants to read Shakespeare? Like all of my friends were like, this is stupid. And I was like, oh no, it's actually quite easy.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I don't. Mm-mm. I was into some of the plays, but honestly, I was mandated for school. Past that, it wasn't something I was picking up, like definitely at all. So now, as the podcast and everything else, so I've seen some of your interviews you do through Instagram. So what are the other places you're doing it now? Are you your podcast on different what's the word I'm looking for? Where are you streaming at in
Yeah.
platforms?
Yeah, it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, um, Overton, wherever you're listening to them, you can find it.
Oh, cool, cool. So
Yeah,
how many episodes do you have up now? Hard question. How
15-ish.
Oh, you got 15-ish episodes?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay, that's
Somewhere around,
you're
somewhere
definitely
around
keeping it along.
They're about an hour.
Wow. An hour
There
each?
are a couple that are like 45 minutes, and then there's a couple that are like an hour and 20. But it's only because the more books I read, the more knowledge I have of the author. So then we're able to just talk, and
Go through their
it
work.
really turns into a conversation versus like a legit interview.
Yeah.
And we just roll from one book to the next or one series to the next. And the people got to know the inside scoop. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I told you because I tuned in for your Vanessa Moore interview when she was streaming because we streamed on my TV at home so we could see the big screen. And I was in there watching like, ooh, this is so exciting. And I found that you got so in depth with all the different characters and everything else like that. So I really was excited to see that much because for somebody who's read the books and who really enjoys the series, I was like, yeah, they talk about all the good stuff. I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. You know, and that's cool too because you want people to be excited about what you're excited about as well. You know, so I think that's definitely dope. So how are authors finding you now? Just like through Instagram, or are you doing actual searches on authors? Are you doing referrals? What are you doing now?
it's literally off of Instagram and Facebook. I don't know how they find me. I don't know if it's word of mouth, but it's so I guess so and so is friends with me and then
Mm-hmm.
they see it or whatever, but that's usually how it is. And on Instagram, on my Instagram page, I'm really good about like reposting. If somebody says, you know, I got a new release coming out or da da da, I repost. So I think people who follow those people see the
Mm-hmm.
tags
Mm-hmm.
and or you know, people like you that come in and are like, hey, my girl got this. If you're an author, hook me up.
Listen, trust me, I put your information in all the authors I know inbox. I'm like, hey, hit her up, hit her up, hit her up, hit her
Yeah,
up. Let's just get on the list. If you get on the list, get on the list. So where do you see this going? Like, what do you ultimately want to do?
see, in the beginning, I had one goal, and now that's kind of expanded.
Okay.
So I definitely want to keep the podcast going, and maybe start doing more lives and just taking the audio, pulling the audio, because I really like the interaction, the seeing people and seeing the reactions. So I kind of want to do that, but I want to turn it into a brand, like an entire thing. I want to host an author event at some point when life open backs up and have, you know, 5 to 10 authors come and they're able to talk about their book, promote their book, sell their books. And I want to just be that segue from reader to author.
Okay.
So we shall see. You know, every month something else comes up and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Ooh, let's start a bookstore and maybe do, you know, I definitely feel like Black bookstores are almost non-existent. So
it's unfortunate. It is definitely
unfortunate. So maybe one day that could be a thing. And, you know, I have nothing but Black authors.
And a tequila bar?
Shelves. The what?
A books and tequila bar?
I mean, definitely.
I can see it. You sit there and get yourself a good book, sit there, relax, have a nice drink, an after school, after work type of situation on a nice little corner somewhere,
Yep.
the traffic.
Do some poetry nights, do like Saturday mornings with the kids,
Yeah, I could see
everything,
all of that happening.
all of that. Like that would be so dope, I think.
I think it sounds like it's a great idea, especially to get books and reading back out into our community.
I would love that. I just think it's fun. It's a whole nother world that you didn't necessarily think existed.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, right now our world is pretty boring.
Yeah, yeah.
So to be able to step in uh an imaginary world, even if it's relatable, it's
Mhm.
still like I'm out of my life for a little bit and I'm able to explore somebody else's. That's fun for me.
Okay, so say somebody like me who's interested in finding out more authors that I should be exposing myself to. Do you provide a catalog or a list somewhere?
Not yet. I'm
Okay,
working on a website so that I
gotcha.
can do that kind of stuff. I haven't gotten to that yet. So if anybody watching does websites, holla at your girl.
I have
Um,
somebody.
because I want to start putting out, holiday lists and my favorite books of the year or my favorite books of the quarter, stuff like that. Because a lot of people do. They'll hit me up and be like, hey, I need a book to read. And I was like, okay, what
Yeah.
haven't you read? Have you read this author? And I like shoot books out. So I want to eventually do that in the new year, but that's why I'm doing the reviews so that
Okay.
I can just click a link and be like, here, read this.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, because that's something that I'll be interested in is finding, just be able to go to a place where I
Hmm.
can find authors and find people who I like, or find something that might be cool or interesting that's been read and discussed. And I can watch a little bit of the video about what they
Right.
did, listen to that particular podcast so they get familiar with the author so it's more real, you know?
Yeah.
Just being able to have that relatable relationship will probably make the book far more enjoyable than just somebody, oh, I'm just reading somebody. You know, to be able
Yeah.
to connect with it, it seems really interesting. I think it'd be a great idea, definitely. As you see, I'm dropping gems with you. That's what I do.
Oh no. And I'm picking them all up. Don't 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 get it twisted.
Yeah, like definitely. I think that would just definitely just take you to the next level, and especially like somebody for me, because I just love places better. Just go find people. You know,
Yeah.
you go ahead and promote them, then I can promote them, then I can use them for my events, and other people use them for their events, and we just kind of keep our people out and seen and visible. You know, and that's really just the goal overall. Is that we all have to work together to get everybody else to the next level. Because
Yeah.
if I'm going to get to the next level, I drag you along with me. And as you go to the next level, drag me along with you. And we all just win. It's a win-win situation all over the place.
And that right there is everything to me. Like I just want to be able to uplift as many black people that I can.
Okay. Yeah.
We can all win. It's not a competition. We don't need to, play each other off of each other. It's
Mhm.
literally we can all win. There is a space for everybody. Like I said before, there's books that I never thought I would read, but there's a whole group of people that read them. Like
Hmm.
I never thought I was gonna be reading about mobsters. Like the fuck, the Italian mob. I don't care. Yeah, I've seen The Godfather, but that's not what interests me. But there's a whole group of people out there who love that and who look like me.
Yeah.
So I need to dip my toe into that so that
Hmm.
I can be able to relate to other people so that I can bring the authors that the people want and we help each other out. Like to me, that's what we're supposed to do. And at some point we've ventured off from that because somebody told us they didn't want us to. Well, you know what? It's 2020 and that's what I'm all about. I just want to see us win and see us do better for the kids so they can get a different picture than what we got.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. It's so dope. I'm just sitting here in my brain. I'm just like 2021. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that, and then she's gonna fly here, so then we can do this, and then I'm gonna fly there, so then we can do that. You know, I brought up to you the tour that I'm working on for next summer.
Yeah.
something else like that. And I'm just like, well, why don't she just come and do the whole tour with me along the East Coast, and then she does the whole authors piece of it because it just makes more sense. So I was just sitting here
I
like,
mean, I'm here for it.
yeah, like this is just do all of it. How about it? You
I
know,
love it.
yeah, I know. I was excited to have you because it's also something that you love, and I also like putting people in a position to do what they love and to see what they love and be part of what they love. So if you sit here and have a group of 5 or 6 people, and you take everybody's interest and you measure and you put it all together in one bowl, you shake it up, and it's going to end up equaling something great because everybody's going to put everything into it because it's their passion. So you can't fail that way.
Right. You can't. Like, even if it doesn't do as good as you thought it was going to do, you still win.
Yes.
You still won.
Yeah, completely. Definitely completely.
Yeah, I would love that. However I can help, however I can be a part of it.
Girl, you all in there. I'm just thinking. I've told people once I work with you one time and I connect with you, you're part of my collective forever. So I'll be calling you. I mean, you know, all the way down there. We in Florida, right? I'll be saying like, hey, you got some time this upcoming weekend or this weekend? And I'm planning, you know, or now I'm literally in August looking at events. So not, but definitely, we're definitely going to rock out. So how can people find you overall?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Book Talks and Tequila. I have a Facebook page and an IG page. I have a book club. It's called Book Talks the Book Club on Facebook. YouTube, Book Talks and Tequila. And if you're an author and you want to get on the show or have any information, hit me up on booktalksandtequila@gmail.com.
Sorry, I had to mute myself. My daughter is banging on the door behind me. But yeah, but no, definitely. So Books and Tequila, everybody needs to check you out. Try to get on your show. People who also need or forgets that Black Girl Everything Expo on Facebook and Instagram and my Gmail account. Please hook me up and I will pass you on to her. We got I have a few other ones that I want you to check out too. My Creative Corner book night that we had here. There were some great authors that I delved into some of their work.
Perfect.
Mostly lately. And it's probably easy reads. I can get through them quickly. But I don't have much brain power these days. But yeah, but I've been like some really, really dope authors. So I'll be sharing I'm going to tag them, I should say, on your page so they can check you out.
And I'm about to start copy editing and proofreading. So if anybody needs help, I'm about to start that business out too. So hit me up in the new year.
Once you launch that website and all those resources is going to be available on via your website. 2021. Okay.
2021.
Gotcha.
This is like it's been a learning curve because I went to college for mass media communication.
Really?
Yeah, but it's different now.
It's not the same world.
It's not the same world anymore. And I used social media for social media, and that's it. Like,
yeah,
I got on Facebook when Facebook started in 2005, and I was still in college, and we were the only people that could get on it. Yeah. So using it to promote and using it for your business has been a learning curve, trying to get these websites. And I'm like, that's one thing I'm not good at. So I don't want to half-ass it and just throw something up there.
Yeah.
So it's been slow, but it's also been real quick.
Okay.
Like sometimes I can't keep up with how many authors are shooting. Like right now, if you hit me up to be on the show, I'm scheduling for February.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So it's really, really dope. I get to, I'm a month in advance. So if you know something's coming out and you want it to be a new release, let me know ahead of time and we can get you on the books.
Oh, you is extra fancy booking out in February.
I'm trying. That's the only way I can keep up.
Yeah. I know, because you also got to read books and stuff before you talk to people. Me, I just tell you my 3 questions. We just show up. You gotta sit here and really prep. I don't have a lot of prep.
Yeah, and I have to try and do it because I was so used to like dropping everything and reading what I wanted to. Like when my OG authors come out, I
Uh-huh.
drop everything, read it, and then pick stuff back up. I can't do that anymore. So I try and read what I need to read and get that out the way for the month so then I can read for myself.
I understand. I totally get it. But well, this has been Porscha with Books and Tequila. Please hit her up, check her out. You guys gonna see her around with me doing cool things out here in the world because she's a cool individual.
I appreciate it.
Like definitely. Until next time, guys.
Bye.